So if we go here... Oh, they have the Lightning Rush. Okay. So I'm kind of expecting Lightning Rush here. Unfortunately, this doesn't have Challenger. Okay. So they Lightning Rush here, and then I open attack. And then they need Stun or Will, right? This will go back down to 5, actually, unfortunately. Oh, and I still have an attack token? Okay. Cool. I wish I kind of realized it earlier. Because I was like, you know, this game's going okay. Maybe I'll win someday. And then I just won. Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Royce, and I just want to thank you for watching this video today. Now to start things off, if you've been watching my videos recently, I have been playing a few meta decks. For example, I played Ahri Kennen, and I also played Darkness, and while it feels so good to climb and so good to win, we have now reached Diamond 4. And at Diamond 4, as a little bit of a reward, I thought it would be fun to play some of my own brews. So we're going to get right down to it. Now, this deck I came up with when I was just looking through champions, and I noticed Renekton, and I noticed how Renekton saw some play in an aggro deck a little while ago, and of course he sees play in some mono Shurima builds, but I wanted to think about other ways to possibly give him Challenger. The most common way to do this is typically to give enemy units vulnerable. However, that's not the only solution. So I thought, what if I combine Renekton with Demacia? So that's really what we've done here today. And the keystone of the deck is the Grand Plaza. If you haven't seen it before, and that's highly possible because this landmark hasn't been popular for quite a while, the Grand Plaza is a landmark that says when an ally is summoned, give it +1/+0 and Challenger this round. So, by playing the Grand Plaza into Renekton, he can become a temporary 7/5. Plus, we run other buffs in this deck to help him stay alive, so when he does 7 damage on the offense, and then he can block a unit for 4 damage all of a sudden, that's a level up, and we have Big Renekton. Now, we also have a couple of other ways to help level up our Renekton or buff up our Renekton on the offense. We are playing 3 copies of Cataclysm, and we're also playing cards like a single Rockhopper and a single Merciless Hunter. But after I realized that this would be a Grand Plaza deck, I thought, okay, Grand Plaza is more so going to be my build around than Renekton this time. So that's what we've done here, and I've filled the deck with units that, in my opinion, synergize quite well with the landmark. So let's go over those. I'm going to skip Bakai Reaper for now and come back to it. Now, Dunekeeper, when you play this with a Grand Plaza on board, feels kind of like a Blighted Caretaker, but only for 1 mana. You get 2 damage Challenger units, and that's just excellent. Dunekeeper can also be good on the defense to set up a blocker, but yeah, being able to just take out something like an opposing Merciless Hunter or Unleveled Echo or anything you can think of with 2 health with just this Ephemeral Sand Soldier feels amazing. Beyond that, we're playing Treasure Seeker, and Treasure Seeker here is played not only for its own body and for the Waking Sands as like a, the Waking Sands as like a slight perk, but this Waking Sands card is really clutch in this deck. For 2 mana, you're basically getting 6 targeted damage because this Waking Sands will often be given Challenger. The Sandstone Charger will often be given Challenger, so it'll be a 6/2. And you don't really care that it has such low health because it's ephemeral anyway, so this is just a 6 damage targeted strike. It feels amazing. We are playing Brightsteel Protector, just as like a solid barrier giver. This combos pretty well with Renekton. Brightsteel Protector is strong on the offense or the defense. It can allow something that has Challenger, or that used to have Challenger, but the Challenger wore off, to safely strike again, and then the Brightsteel Protector is given Challenger and can strike for 4 damage. So that feels pretty good. Then we're running a good quick attack package in this deck, and the quick attackers are Lucian and Senna. So I struggled a little bit to decide which champion to play in this deck alongside Renekton. Another very possible build that you could go with is actually Jarvan, especially since leveled Jarvan generates these Cataclysm spells which are running in the deck. But I decided that this deck needed to go a little bit more aggressive because playing the Grand Plaza on round 3 is just such a huge tempo loss that you don't really want to curve too high. You want to be able to play things on 1 and 2, and then on 4 and 5, and so forth. So I decided to go the lower curve. I went with Lucian and Senna, and yeah, both of these have Quick Attack, and Quick Attack plus Challenger is just an amazing combination, as we've been able to see from cards like Diana. So that feels amazing. Lucian has a very relevant champion spell, actually, getting you a rally. So that's one of the reasons we're playing fewer Golden Aegis in this deck than you might usually see in a Demacia deck. We're currently only running 2. And of course, when Lucian dies, or when Senna dies, as long as the other is on the board, whichever one stays alive will get a huge buff and get double attack, and get a +1/+1. It's actually also surprisingly easy to level Lucian in this deck, even outside of Senna, because of cards like our Sand Soldier from Dunekeeper and our Waking Sands from Treasure Seeker. Also just trading in and trading up these cards like Treasure Seeker, like Bright Steel Protector, can help to level Lucian as well. I had a crazy game, by the way, when I had a Lucian on the board and 3 units. The opponent used an Avalanche. I rescued Lucian with a Shaped Stone, and then I still had mana to play out my Waking Sands. I attacked with Waking Sands on the left. It attacked for 6, and then Lucian double attacked for 7. This was both his leveled form plus Shaped Stone plus Grand Plaza. So it was like round 4, and I dealt 20 damage in 1 turn and 1 round with 2 units. It felt amazing. So yeah, Lucian is actually surprisingly easy to level, but yeah, definitely give the deck a try with Jarvan as well, and let me know how you do. That would be awesome. We're playing a few 1-ofs in this deck as well. I'm just playing around with these cards. I'm playing 1 Shaped Stone. I found that this deck doesn't really want to get bogged down with too many spells, especially because something like a second Grand Plaza can be a pretty dead draw. So that's why I cut Golden Aegis down to only 2 copies. I think I was originally playing 1 copy of Relentless Pursuit as well. I cut that. And I cut 2 Shaped Stone that I was previously playing. We're still playing the full package of 3 Sharp Sights, though. This spell is just amazing. We're playing a 1-of Rockhopper and a 1-of Aspiring Chronomancer. I found that I already had a pretty crowded 2-drop slot between Bright Steel Protector and Lucian, but Aspiring Chronomancer is really nice to smooth out our draws and try to get that Grand Plaza on 3 if we haven't yet. And Rockhopper is just an additional way, to try to level Renekton if we haven't actually drawn the Grand Plaza. But I feel like going too all in on these Rockhoppers and Roiling Sands feels a little bit redundant, because sometimes you just won't need both the vulnerable granting landmarks and the challenger granting landmark in the way of Grand Plaza. For the same reason, in the sense of consistency, we're playing Preservarium. Just having some additional card draw is helpful. Plus, this also makes our Shaped Stone a little bit more consistent. So Shaped Stone gets triggers off of Rockhopper, Preservarium, and the Grand Plaza. In addition to that, we're playing 1 copy of Merciless Hunter. Again, this is just another vulnerable granter. It's a very solid card, even in its nerfed form at a 3-mana 4/2. You can sometimes get in for some big damage with this, but it's still a little bit redundant with Grand Plaza, so we're just playing 1. And then I think that about covers the deck. Nearly so. We're playing a few of Akoran Bruiser. I'm not particularly sold on this card yet. I could see dropping this and going even lower, and perhaps playing that additional copy of like Rockhopper or Merciless Hunter or Aspiring Chronomancer, something like that. But I've played a lot of Akshan Sivir, and I grew to really love this card and see it as a strong value engine. Plus, you can use this to give like consistent challenger to something like Renekton. You can use this to do something like giving your Lucian Overwhelm. That's a pretty strong play. So there are just lots of fun things you can do with this card in this deck, but I could see curving lower. Anyway, that's the deck right there, guys. I don't want to say that this is super refined, because it's not. I've only played 5 or 10 games with this deck so far, but so far it's shaping up to be really fun. And while I don't think this deck will necessarily help you climb the ladder, especially at higher ranks, I think we're still going to have a really good time with it. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch some clips. Enjoy the video. Leave a like if you do. And I will see you tomorrow. Later. I'm going to hold off for now, but you might catch me later eating some gummy worms. Talking like this into the mic. Alright, Teemo, Caitlyn. Traps, huh? Well, we're gonna snipe that Teemo and that Caitlyn real quick, as long as we can get the Grand Plaza. Renekton, do we keep Renekton if we're attacking on odds? I don't think so. Do we keep anything else? I don't think so. So maybe we do keep Renekton. Do you just keep Renekton? Nah, let's full mulligan for Grand Plaza. Let's look for that. Alright, well we've got the Lucian and Senna package, so that part's nice. Do we do this on 1? What do they have? They're P and Z. We could potentially draw into our Shaped Stone. Let's play it now as a blocker, I guess. Since they're not using Teemo on 1. There's the Grand Plaza. Nice.
I smell a rat.
Do I wait? Does that make sense? That allows me to Grand Plaza Waking Sands. Maybe they won't notice. Let's wait. I know I'm... okay. So this might die, right? They did that. Maybe I play Lucian now? They shouldn't get... They're a diamond player. They're not going to get caught by Grand Plaza Waking Sands. Well, Lucian now.
Don't get in my way.
Ooh, wrong target. Wrong target. Okay, so we're now looking at for Poison Dart, meaning maybe we keep up Sharp Sight.
Step lightly.
Actually, I want to use this Sharp Sight to block. If I'm blocking with Sharp Sight, maybe I just play Senna here. Senna will auto level if Lucian dies to some traps. Not level, but you know, pseudo level. +1/+1 and double attack.
I've always got your back.
Okay, we're still afraid of Poison Dart here. Or Thermo Beam. Nice, they don't have it. Do we get another trap? Nope. So we can block this. Okay, I want to keep a Sharp Sight. So let's just play Preservarium instead of Grand Plaza here. Alright. Now, do you want to knowingly level my Lucian? That's the question. Ooh. Pass.
Giving chase.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Which do I kill? I think I'll kill Teemo. And let's do this to also heal up this Lucian a bit.
Don't duck on my account.
Okay, so we'll see if we can get a 2-mana unit. Otherwise, we might be going Grand Plaza Waking Sands. 2 of them. Ooh, Lucian goes down.
Lucian!
That's interesting. What's up, Dragomir? The play winning card. While I mixed it up, play the winning card. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I know you mean well. It's fine. So they're going to have to block this, right? This is going to get... oh, it won't get Challenger. I haven't played Grand Plaza yet. Oof. Pretty spell-heavy hand. I'm about to draw 2, though, and then draw another. Let's just Bruiser now, right? Waiting. I don't think waiting gives them an option to like a slow spell against this.
Missed a chance to run.
Dragomir, remind me, you haven't. Oh, also Artemis, just saw you here. Thanks for checking as well. Thanks for checking in. So Dragomir, I can't remember if you play card games. We're memeing it up a little bit today. These are decks of my own personal creation. Tough is good against flash bombs. Only IRL ones like Magic and a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's right. Thanks for the reminder. Still happy to have you here anyway. So since you just checked in, the point of this deck is to play this landmark and give my stuff Challenger, which basically means that they can choose their blockers. And we have filled the deck with cards that basically are really strong paired with Challenger. Alright, another Sharp Sight is pretty nice. I mean, we've got 3 of those in hand. We might as well use them. Nice. Ooh, what if we could give her Overwhelm? I think I'll wait. I'll put it on Vakoran Bruiser first. Make him a little hardier. Spell Shield, I guess? Or Challenger. Spell Shield. That's what Spell Shield does. Oh, okay.
Have a mushroom. Have 3.
I want to kill that. That's a priority kill, definitely. Let's take that out and let's give her Overwhelm. That would be cool. Advanced Intel. Okay, that doesn't do anything. They're basically just taking the chance to shuffle in some spells, putting some damage on my cards. Pokey Stick does nothing. They should have Pokey Sticked on the Senna. If you rip the other player's cards, you can't play, so you win. Is that you, Seto Kaiba? I think that's you there. Alright, Overwhelm. Let's go. No Overwhelm. Alright. +1/+1. Okay. Okay. So here we're going to have a nice play. We're going to have Grand Plaza and Lucian and Dunekeeper. So we'll start here. I don't really care about that. How many Flash Bomb Traps do I have? Oh, almost none. I don't care about the damage. Okay. I think I win this round. So my goal is... So this has double attack. If you've played Magic, you know Double Strike. It's the exact same, but it just only works on attack, not on block. They're forcing me to draw a lot of cards there. I see, yeah. So let's watch this. Let's Lucian first.
How'd you beat me here?
A lady has her secrets.
And just let me do the thing. Please let me do the thing.
The land obeys.
Alright.
This is mercy.
There we go. Senna strikes twice. Hey, and we're actually still in ranked. We won a ranked game. Oops. Now we have to keep playing unranked. Alright, Ahri Kennen in normals. 15s. Oh. 15s, but 14 is the MMO, right? So they released a conventional game after the MMO. Alright, Treasure Seeker and Sharp Sight. 14 and 11 were. Yep. Okay, gotcha. That means that 10, 12, 13, 15 are conventional games, I think. Alright.
Almost got it.
Yeah, I keep drawing all these spells. I think I might have to just drop Golden Aegis from this deck. I don't know if it's, I don't know if you want to be playing rallies. Alright, I got that.
Step lightly.
Not much to do with it right now, but I can play for the round 4 Grand Plaza plus Waking Sands. Now we're waiting to see how 16 will be. I wasn't much interested in Stranger of Paradise until the memes blew up. If the game's going to be consistently that nutty, I'm buying it. Artemis says, though, depending on who you ask, 12 might have been the last conventional one. Ah, okay, okay. So... I think we just try to block the droplet. Let's bank the rest of our mana.
The forest surrounds us.
Oh, actually, we can't do that. Well, we can, but we're not going to be able to kill the droplet. You know how it goes. Even if you don't know how it goes, you know how it goes.
We got it.
You know what I mean. Alright, we have the mana to Sharp Sight again if we need to. but that wouldn't beat Twin. Okay, I'm happier to see that than Twin. So basically, I save 2 life, they spend a card, I spend a card. Alright, let's just Plaza now. And now we have Lucian and Waking Sands. We'll start with the Waking Sands, because they know I have it. Yeah, the deck, it starts kind of wide, but it doesn't really it doesn't seem to stay wide enough to make Rally very worth it. Rally is good, I think, only once you are able to like level your Lucian or Renekton, and they're not the most consistent champs to level. I wish they'd make Final Fantasy themed flan that looks like the flan in the games and call it Final Fantasy. Easy profit.
Don't get in my head.
I was about to say, if you think it's that easy profit, just do it. But I mean, there are all kinds of IP reasons you can't do that, I guess. So the world will never know. I almost don't know what to do with that one, Dragomir. That's funny. Okay, I'm expecting a homecoming here. To rescue both units. Homecoming here. But then I do get the charger back, so. They have had a Final Fantasy restaurant in Japan that has game-based food. Must be nice. Oh. Have y'all ever been to one of those, like, gamer cafes? Like a gamer-themed cafe or restaurant? I think they're becoming more common. Yes, hang on. Okay. Never been to one, nope. Yep, there's the exact homecoming. I was expecting this way. But that's fine. They just don't want to give me this charger back. Basically, it's kind of a tempo loss for them to recall the Ahri, plus they don't get the droplet proc, but now I need to spend mana to redevelop. Alright, so we're probably not going to block these, even though we've got this sharp sight. We just don't want to spend the time. Well, they already know about this Lucian, so let's play Lucian.
Push back the darkness.
We'll hold up sharp sight in case we change our mind. So I went to a gamer cafe thing for my birthday this year. So I just turned 28 in December of 2021. And yeah, we'll let that through, I think. I just turned 28. And there was a place where they have like yeah, I'm a little older than you. I think like a year older than Ard, something like that. How old are Artemis? You're 27, right? Yeah. So that means you're almost 28. Hit Dragomir. Okay, cool. So they give you like controllers at the tables, and you can play games like on TVs above the tables or at the tables. You can sit in different sections depending on which platform you want to play on, and they also have like board games that they'll rent out to players and stuff. It's pretty cool. All right, so we have Challenger with Senna. I think we get Senna down immediately, and then we can reconsider our play. We could potentially Senna Preservarium for a 1-drop. Treasure Seeker would be very good. It's looking like it's probably a rally turn, though.
Don't worry about me.
They're going to be on the defense here. They're going to want to protect their Ahri, right? Yeah, I probably challenge the Ahri here. You just turned 27. Yeah. How does it feel? How does it feel to be like more solidly in your late 20s instead of mid-20s?
My gun does the talking.
Do you feel any pressure to do anything in life because you're getting older, or do you treat it pretty nope, you just treat it pretty like on an individual basis? That's good if you do. So we can either Shapestone or Sharp Sight, but not both. Okay. They recall there now. That's kind of awkward. Alright. Because we can't replay it and rally.
My search is over.
There goes the Ahri as well.
Now I hunt.
Just further diversifying my investments, but that's about it. Cool. Dragomir says, I certainly do feel pressure, but that's just because I'm behind. I need to get my act together. Obviously I don't know your particular situation, Dragomir, but I think that you are probably doing better than you think. I know that's a little cliche, though. In other words, I feel like you are probably, well, okay. Rather than speculate on your situation, can you tell me, like, of course it's like a non, like it's an anonymous platform it's supposed to be, so you don't have to share if you don't want to. But can you tell me a little bit more about your situation, like if you have training, like what your training is or something? Maybe I have some thoughts. So I'm staring down 6 damage here. Even if I sharp sight block something.
Be still. Too slow.
Okay. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna sharp sight on Lucian. I know I'm gonna do that. I can replay this Senna to try to level her, or kind of level her, you know? Do I just barrier this right away? They don't have pings in this region. Or actually, that's wrong. They're playing Go Hard. Alright, so against Go Hard, this is a little weaker. Might still be the play, though. I'll still have mana to Sharp Sight, plus I can, like, Shapestone, Bakai Reaper, Rally, something like that. I can't get Senna down. If I want a Senna plus this and Rally, I can only Shapestone. I think that means I'm going to... Oh, but this is more durable against, like, Twin Disciplines. Hippy Dippy, aspiring artist slash game designer. Graduated from university with an animation degree 1 year ago. Been working as a line cook at the same place for 5 years. Too stubborn to study or learn what's hiring, such as 3D animation, or proper jobs. But I'm so tired of this sitch that I'm willing to get into it now. Okay. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Alright, so we can... I'll address that more in just a second. Let's give something else barrier. This will still let us, like, Bakai Reaper, Sharp Sight, Shapestone. Deny. Alright. Okay.
A whisper in the woods. Run if you can.
Interesting. So now I can Shapestone here and kill the Ahri. Yep. Wait, where's that coming from? Oh, that's gonna... Oh, that doesn't get recalled? Oh, is that how it works? Interesting. A couple of options are learning programming or 3D stuff, since I do have experience in that. Or I could go to Japan to be an English teacher, which I know I can do because I'm passionate about language. I just need to get the gears going. Okay. Okay. Gives me more to go on. How motivated do you feel right now? Do you feel like you are trying to find your footing? Oh, they have double. I didn't notice they have double Mark of the Storm. That changes things. Do you have like, have you begun taking steps, or is it like you know what the steps are and you're going to take them? Which again is just like curiosity. Of course, you only have to answer what you're comfortable with. Okay. Let's wait on that. We might want to give it Challenger. They are in a little bit of a tough spot here. I've got multiple challenger units into a rally. I'm drawing 2 cards. They probably mark the Lucian, right? Yeah, so my question is kind of like, where on that path do you feel like you are? You know? Like on the path to steps. Alright.
Too damn soon.
Okay, I'll read that in just a second. So let's play the thing they know first.
Hello, love.
In the field, you call me commander.
In the field, you call me commander. Oh, dang. Okay, so she can still strike with Cataclysm if I need to. So I can do this, and I can still rally. If they buff this Ahri, that's fine. Lucian will level. Alright, so let's read this now. I always have the fire in me, but I think the main problem is I'm in a bad headspace for my overall living situation. I need to find a better place to live where I can sleep at night. A job with better coworkers and management and such. Gotta take care of my brain first, methinks. Feel free to ask me about whatever you want. I don't have as much of a space bubble as some people. You can always make use of my one-on-one life coaching sessions, Dragomir. That's really cool of you, Artemis. Thanks, BB. Alright. So they have to recall it. Very nice. Now we have good attacks with all of these, unless they replay the Ahri, which they might. If they replay the Ahri, it makes all of these attacks a little awkward. They don't, so that's very good for me.
Steady now.
So they can block potentially here and here. Okay.
Your attack is obvious.
Lucian is not about to level, unfortunately. So now if they replay the Ahri, I'm going to Relentless Pursuit here. Versus that, what do I do? How alive am I? I guess by rallying again, I can try to get them to block down and be more alive, but they're not forced to block this. So I think I'm changing my game plan. Let's give that Ahri vulnerable if they decide to play it. Right now they're only showing 1 elusive. They've probably got more. Alright. So they are... let's just use this now. They're going to pack my bags pretty soon. On the 4th time you play this card, it's 5 mana instead of 1, but it's 5 damage AoE to everything on board and my face. Anyway, so on a somewhat related note, the reason I even got into Twitch was the pandemic, and my social life plummeting, which is also part of my problem. So I appreciate you guys being friendly and cool. This is pretty important for me. Hey, you know, one thing I've really... Well, number one, I'm really happy you say that. That makes me feel good. Thank you. I'm glad to have you around as well, Dragomir. Secondly, I feel very similar. Similarly, I guess. I've reconnected with a lot of old friends through Twitch, specifically in the last few weeks. It's been amazing. Alright, so I lose here to Twin Disciplines, or... Oh, I don't lose to just Twin Disciplines. They need Twin Disciplines plus. I lose to Twin Disciplines plus Lightning Rush. I also lose to Absolver here. Nothing is stronger than family. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, the only reason I'm still not really responding to the things you've talked to me about... Oh, they're leveling my Lucian? And giving me a rally? Okay, I'll take that. I'll try to kill this Ahri.
We're gonna need more coffins.
Here.
Burn away the shadows.
Do you recall? Homecoming? You've used 2 Homecoming. Yeah, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. It's okay. That's fine. So now I can do this plus rally, right? Yeah, I keep losing my train of thought. I apologize. I will absolutely like reply to all of this after the game. All right, so they're below go hard. That's good for me. So we can replay, we can Cataclysm, and we can Relentless Pursuit. So that's very good news. They have a lot of blockers though. This has Challenger, which is pretty cool. That might come in handy. We'll see if they have the recall for this. Ahri's not on board, which means they have to actually spend mana to redevelop their things. And we're going to get the open attack soon. I'm counting on that open attack. From Maple Story, LOL. What a plot twist. Can you tell me what you mean by that? I'm sorry. Okay. So if we go here, I'm doing this. I guess I want to extra incentivize them to block here. Oh, they have the lightning rush. Okay.
This fight isn't over.
So I'm kind of expecting lightning rush here. Unfortunately, this doesn't have challenger. Oh, respawning to Dragomir. Okay, gotcha. Excuse me for that.
This is mercy.
Okay. So they lightning rush here, and then I open attack. And then they need stun or will, right? This will go back down to 5, actually, unfortunately. So I think I've had all of my sharp sights and shapestones. No, I have 1 sharp sight left, apparently. Oh, and I still have an attack token? Okay. Cool. Alright, I just win. Nice. Man, I wish I kind of realized it earlier. Because I was like, you know, this game's going okay. Maybe I'll win someday. And then I just won, you know. Single and sharp are auto-included in Demacia for sure. Yeah, yeah. I think your suggestion to put some single combats in the deck was correct. Just having it fast speed is important. All right, let's see if this can actually do things now. So we can play this on defense on 3. Swing with something on 4. Do I keep Senna for that? I think with Grand Plaza we want units. Hello, your dinosaurs. We might play this on 1. I don't know. This is a wide deck. Oh, it's mono Targon. Interesting. So it's gonna run that Scryer card. I guess we'll do this. Nah. Pass again. Alright, nice. Slow start for them, so we can just drop this Plaza on 3. and look at this. This is where things get funny. Basically, double Blighted Caretaker for 2 mana.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
Do they have the Landmark Destruction card? I think it's in Targon. Pathways or something?
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
Okay. So they lean into the Nightfall thing. That's fine. Response? I love annoyingly just saying response after doing something. That's such a physical card gamer thing.
sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Response.
Pride filled us forever.
Response. How are we doing? Alright, that's pretty good damage. We've got the sharp sight if we need it. Nice. This is kind of what's supposed to happen. Wow, yeah. And yeah, you want to be playing your quick attack units on the offense if you can.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Okay. This wants to go face, so it doesn't care if it has Challenger.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda?
Let's make it so we can block here.
My shield is yours.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, these things don't have Challenger anymore, but we've got double Fearsome.
My steel is yours.
Let's see. All right, they block one of these, and I'm 1 damage off lethal. I have a better way to do this. What if I challenge with this? Does that make a difference? That's going to be the same. They block here. But they block here. That brings them to 4. It brings them down to 3 because of this one, so it doesn't really matter. I think I just want to ensure the kill on one of these. Starbone. Okay. Oh, nice. Fearsome blocker. Let's keep this alive. I think I saw Fresh Lobster playing this deck. Alright, nice. That's fine.
Your time in the cycle is done.
We've got the Preservarium here. Draw a champion. Reduces cost by 1. Alright. Zoe. You could also play Diana here. Another Sharp Sight. Interesting. We've got plenty of mana. We don't need to play this now. Renekton. Okay. Renekton. I wish we could give that vulnerable. Okay.
Making the dead deader.
Zoe. Alright, we've got the Sharp Sight. Got the Sharp Sight.
What's doing over there?
What do I block with? Maybe Senna? Is it Senna? I mean, I know he could block here. Do they have a way to buff this? Yeah, I don't want to just get bodied by Pale Cascade. Which one would I rather die? I guess I'd rather the Fearsome die now, since they have a Fearsome blocker anyway.
You're dead meat.
Alright, that's fine. That's what I was expecting. Nice. Alright, so if I play Renekton, they block here, I only get in for 6. I don't play Renekton yet. Alright. Your Celestial cards cost 1 less? Yep. So they're looking for stun here, right? So I think that means we play out this Dunekeeper first. Potentially. We have a lot of options here. And we actually have enough mana to do everything, so. Let's do this first so we can actually generate the Ephemeral. We're not showing lethal. Okay. Which do I kill? I think I'll kill the Scryer. Or I'll try to. Nice. Now we've got plenty of board space. Let's play this Lucian. Yeah, Scryer's more dangerous. Yeah, the only thing I was thinking about was closing out the game with Renekton, and Scryer did have more health, or sorry, less health. But yeah, I think it was Scryer there. All right, so they need to find the stun here, right? Let's see if they got it.
I'll render bloody path through Shurima.
Nice. All right, so let's think about this. This goes here. This goes here, right? And then this goes here and here and here. Let's put Lucian last.
Sand and blood. Burn away the shadows. Cut them down.
This actually goes here, right? It doesn't matter. I think.
No surrender.
Well, that pushes more damage. That pushes more damage. Okay. And we'll just we'll sack this, right? Let's try that. Nice. Still won through Pale Cascade there too. That was cool. So yeah, sometimes those Dune Keepers get a lot of value. The single combats have come in clutch. You were right, Berserk Derper. Thanks again for that. All right, so Kindred, Elise, Vi, right? All right, we're attacking on evens. So Plaza into Renekton is very nice. Let's do that. I'm not going to mulligan away the Preservarium. I want that value. This deck goes low, but not super low, so I'm not worried about necessarily needing like a turn 1 into turn 2. This also activates the Shapestone, which might come in handy.
I did say I wanted to see the world.
Yeah, so this isn't threatening until they can actually kill something. As for Kindred killers, this deck plays, well, Challenger units, of course. It also plays Single Combat and Cataclysm. Sharp Sight. That's just a +2/+2 in this matchup. I don't think they run any elusives.
Can a spirit fight to the death? Thinking I'll learn soon.
So, if they pass, I pass back. Ooh, never mind. Grand Plaza. So I'm thinking about open passing on this next round to try to get them below Vengeance on the Renekton. I know it's risky, but they're also not really pressuring me. Nice.
Without the other, as I live, all will die.
One does not avert the other.
I'm so close to having the level on this. What can they do here? They can't box. They can't... Thermo Beam doesn't do enough. If they Thermo Beam, I will challenge a Burgeoning Sentinel instead.
Cut them down. Face your end.
Okay. And then we can Sharp Sight block one of those. That was pretty nice. Shapestone coming in clutch at just 1 mana. Big ol' Overwhelm hit. This can level if they're not careful. Let's see them play another Vial or like a Withering Wail here. Ooh, a Withering Wail would be awesome for me. I'd probably need to induce that by playing more into it. Okay, so they're at 3 mana, so Thermo Beam would demand a double. Sharp Sight. The Stone Keeper isn't blocking much. So I guess we Treasure Seeker. Ooh, but do we want to play something else for them to get a kill on? Interesting. I think that's fine.
Quick hands make quick work.
They want to be killing the Renekton. Also, this is a fearsome blocker. I just realized that. Nope. Unfortunately, that didn't happen in combat. Alright, swing in with your spiders. Or your burgeoning sentinels. Or your brew sentinel. Swing in with anything. I've got the answers. I don't have a way to give Renekton Challenger again right now. Cataclysm would do it.
They should be afraid.
Or Merciless Hunter.
By her will.
Alright. That's fine.
We got it first.
Not mad at that. So if they Vengeance Renekton here. Or like Grasp or something. What else do I want to be doing this round? Dune Keeper is pretty strong against these things if they're unable to kill something. But I'm talking about if they're able to kill something. So I think in that case, I want to be playing like Senna.
Making the dead.
Put something on the board while also picking off threats. If they play like Vi, here I'm in pretty good shape. Okay, let's do this as well. We still have the Sharp Sight, and we have Dune Keeper or Bakai Reaper. What am I playing into here? Is this just all about the vengeance? Alright. Are they just waiting for my swing to go through and then they'll redevelop? That's possible. Okay, let's hope this works. Vile Feast or Whale? Grasp. Okay, now Grasp would work because they would grasp. Sharp Sight. The damage goes through, but my Renekton doesn't get to level. I don't know if they play Grasp though. That's fine. That's totally cool. Overwhelm still goes through. I'm feeling good right now. This has quick attack, so that's nice. Oh, I love leveling Renekton. It's so fun. I know he's kind of like a boring champion after that point. He's just like an 8/8 Overwhelm. But I do not care.
Sends its regards.
Alright, I'll pass. I could have played Rockhopper there. But I still want to keep up this Sharp Sight mana, I guess. And I have stuff to do with the spell mana. Okay, I like this as like a pretty effective fearsome blocker for this round. That also smooths out my curve. That part's nice.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man.
Which of these? Is it skip? I think I want single combat for an emergency.
can always rely on you to keep us safe.
Alright, let's keep that Renekton alive.
Sentinels.
I'll trade this here if you want. Actually, I think I want to open attack. Okay, but this isn't a fearsome blocker. Let's just play this Rock Hopper, and maybe we'll play the Senna if they develop a unit here. Ah, man. Okay. Well, can't do anything about that. Pass. Except what they get from Financier. Yeah. Okay, I knew about that. Okay, we'll start with Senna.
Sentinels of light.
We want to challenge the fearsome blocker if we can. Whatever they play will get vulnerable, so I can drag that as well. Meaning that they won't be able to play an additional fearsome blocker since I'll just challenge it. Atrocity. Wow. Okay.
Your time cycle is done.
So this will get Challenger. I think I win. I think I just challenge with the Dunekeeper. Saddest atrocity ever. Absolutely. I love to see that.
Always forward.
GG. GG. We're getting some wins. We're getting some wins. Hey everyone, you just saw me play my Grand Plaza Renekton deck. And I have to say, this deck actually went pretty well compared to my expectations. Although we played mostly in normals, we did get a positive win rate of around 58% according to my Mobalytics profile at least. So based on that, I am pretty proud, especially because I'm not usually the best deck builder out there. But let's just recap the deck and recap our results. So before anything else, I have to say we made a few changes. I'm probably not going to remember all of them, but the biggest ones were that we were able to slot in a few copies of Grizzled Ranger and a few copies of Single Combat. Now the Grizzled Rangers are in here just because they are just yet another strong offensive option. So you can drop this, it comes down as a 4-mana 4/1 Scout Challenger. So you can pop this open, and then you'll get your Badger Bear, and then that will also come down with Challenger as a 4/4. So that's just a very strong tempo value play. We're doing a lot with 4 mana, especially on the offense. And then Single Combat is just in here because, you know, I underrated how important this card is, how good this card is. I would probably be willing to pay 3 mana for this in a lot of decks. And even though this doesn't necessarily synergize in the way of actually counting as a challenger spell like Cataclysm, so it doesn't synergize as well with their quick attack units and with Renekton, it's still very strong, so I recommend playing a few copies. Now, if I can summarize this deck, I would say that it is quite strong on the offense, especially once you get Grand Plaza going, but pretty weak on the defense, which is unfortunate. But if you look at the deck, it makes a lot of sense. We're playing cards with high power, low health. Bright Steel Protector helps you on the defense a bit. And we are relying on challenging units to get things going, like Quick Attack and like Renekton's buff. So yeah, this deck, it kind of falters every other round, but on the offensive round, sometimes you can get a big power turn in there. You can clear the opponent's board with something like a Dunekeeper. You can push a lot of damage with Renekton, especially combined with a combat trick. I will say, once you can get Lucian going, then you feel strong every round because all of a sudden they're afraid to attack into your board when you just block with one thing and all of a sudden you get a free rally for 0 mana. That's pretty silly. But aside from Lucian, yeah, this deck feels pretty weak on the defense. For that reason, you could consider playing some of the 5 mana Radiant Guardian card. This will help you a lot on the defense. Also giving something with Lifesteal and Tough. Challenger is theoretically good, but this will almost always come down either after a swing or when you're on the defensive turn. So it's very hard to get this down with Challenger and actually swing with it that round. So if you play Radiant Guardian, just sort of consider this as an option in its own right, not really as a synergy pick. We've also gone down even further on the rallies. We're now just at 1 Golden Aegis, and I might be near the point I completely drop it. Now, rallying does feel strong on certain occasions, but in other occasions, we would have like multiple copies of Golden Aegis and a clear board and no units in hand, and it's like, well, this is awkward. So this is a little bit of a win more card. I think it's our deck. I think is not consistently aggressive enough in traditional ways to be able to use Golden Aegis how you usually see it. But at 1, it's still a potential option, and who knows, you could go higher. Maybe I'm just not playing it correctly. Aside from that, yeah, the deck is a lot of fun to play. A lot of the high payoff interactions that I was thinking about actually turned out well. We were able to get in for double attack with Lucian sometimes. We were able to double challenge with Dunekeeper. We got a lot of strong quick attack swings with things like Lucian and things like Senna. And then Renekton was actually able to level a few times. It's difficult, but it does happen. So I think that about covers it for this deck. Again, I wouldn't consider this deck to actually climb with if you are anywhere above, let's say, silver rank. But it was still a lot of fun, and I had a great time putting a spin on the classic Grand Plaza and Renekton strategies and bringing them together. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a link and a subscription on the channel. I do upload a video every single day at 2 p.m. Central Time, so you can look out for that. And I will see you next time. Oh, also, one more thing. Check me out on Twitch. I stream every weekday at twitch.tv/RoyceGaming. Anyway, that should do it, and I'll see you later.